Okay, we're gonna do a creative art project tonight. So we are gonna draw some mushrooms or whatever comes to us, but some of our subject matter, and it is Easter, so I have Easter M&Ms. And we have various art supplies here, so we can just play around with whatever you want to. And we're here at the Natural Lifestyle Lounge, and we are listening to meditation videos, chakra meditation clearing videos on our YouTube channel. Garden. This is also something we could add to our drawing. Fairy garden. Around so it can maybe see us not so high. Oh. Technical difficulties trying to set that so it doesn't fall over, and also the glare of the glass and the light. I noticed I have to shut these. Turn on my festive lights. I pretty much have kept these lights up since Christmas, and now it's going to be Easter, so it's still holiday. This one is supposed to light up too. There. Yep, it's still cold and it's still the holidays. So.
Sure is.
And here we are going to do some art. Come join us if you have. Even if you have a pencil and a piece of paper, you can do art. It's as simple as that, whatever you're called to do. Art is subjective, so you can just be free to do what you want to do. Well, I like to kind of start out maybe drawing a light outline of the subject matter. If you're going to draw something, I mean, you could just go intuitive and out of your head, whatever comes to your mind, which I do that sometimes, but you know, there's sometimes you can just take something and everyone can do their own version of whatever comes out.
Art session.
Yeah, I've been feeling these little slugs, these little chigabigas.
Like your little,
Little
oh my god, like
Schneemaks.
your.
Did you see my new slug out there? My new snail.
Well, remember, I think we had it out there one day.
I just bought that snail that's out there right now. The one that's outside when you walk in.
Oh, I thought you meant your crystal ball snail.
Oh, the crystal ball snail. Oh, yeah, I had him
I love
before
that.
that. Yeah. he's-
I was like, wait,
yeah.
what do you mean you just bought that?
No,
oh my god,
no, I bought
scared me.
another one. No, I bought another snail that's outside, but he's like a garden one. He's like concrete looking.
Have you ever
little
looked up the spirit of the meaning?
No, I haven't.
The properties?
No.
Because you're obviously called to them.
Okay. What is, hey Siri, what is the spiritual symbolism of a snail?
Here's what I found on Wikipedia.com. In Christian culture, it has been used as a symbol of the deadly sin of sloth.
Of the what?
Sloth. The deadly sin of sloth. The snail. But I just thought the word, like in Hungarian, is chikabiga, and in Polish, it's ślimak. And they're funny words, but I just think they're cute. Little,
Silly
the
thing.
I don't know. Kind of like owls. I have a thing for owls too. Like I have a lot more owls than only go for a certain time.
I don't think so.
I need to figure that out because that's what the other camera was doing. Remember, it was timing out after a certain amount of time. It would like shut off automatically. Makes me wonder if it was even recording before. It could have not been recording because I don't remember seeing that red thing going. Do you?
I don't think that one was. Make sure it stays.
Okay. All right. So this one's been going though. This is like 7 minutes. So
We're here, yeah.
I just started to draw an outline of a snail, a chikabiga, a schneemak. So I don't know. Like I said, this is my cute little thing, but the owl was always, I could find a few owls for you if you wanted little statues. That's kind of my thing. I've got a few owls around, but
When I was leaving your house at
that one night it was like real early, like 3 in the morning.
yeah,
4
it
in
was
the
like
morning.
really late. I was like, it was, yeah, the early morning.
and the owl was out there hooting.
Yeah, it was so loud. But I love it. When you hear
I
it,
had
it's
never heard it before.
It was just one of those noises you're just like, it's almost eerie, but it's kind of.
It's kind of cool. Like I always like the
Nice.
nighttime and
Yeah.
when it's a full moon and there's an owl. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo.
And it's,
Nature.
it stops you in your tracks. It's the only way I can explain it. It just stops you.
Well, you know what? Now that you mentioned the snail, the crystal ball, I should just put him right here so I can. Bigger snail.
The energy.
The bigger one. But yeah, this is actually a crystal ball. People look at this for divination and
Yeah.
different things. They use a crystal ball. So this is a snail crystal ball. My little chikabiga. How do you say it in Spanish?
Man, I knew you were gonna ask
Oh,
me
you
that.
don't know? You
And
don't
I
know?
was thinking, and I feel like I know what it is, but it's
escargot.
not.
Escargot. French.
But it's not a word I ever use. But I feel like if I look it up, I'm gonna be like, oh my god, I knew that.
Yeah.
I can't think of it.
Yeah, these are actually watercolor pencils, so I'm gonna draw and then I'm gonna put a little water and
And
see how they turn out, mix them a little bit. Yeah. elements of things for ideas, but turn them into my own thing. Like anything, that's with Canva, with the the copywriting and using people's work, and everybody's using it, so somebody can't have a logo that you have and 1,000 other people have.
Yeah.
You have to have something original and unique. But like everything, movies, songs, everything is like replayed and redone. It seems. Because you have to get creative and come up with cool new things.
People need to use their creativity.
Yeah,
I
they
just
need
think
to
of like
use-
what it's gonna be like. You don't express your creativity now. What is it gonna be like when you're older?
Well, it's like you
Like-
get stressed and suppressed in life, but you have to go back and think of times when it's, a happy place. Like Bob Ross, if you ever watched him, he's got happy little trees. He's always drawn the happy trees, and it's very calming to do, to do the art. So here's my little snail starting. I kind of blended with the little water.
Ooh, I've never used those types of color pencils, and then I have my botanical plant going
Nice.
so
Use
far.
the pen,
Yes.
colorful pens. I really like these. I've been writing with these like in journals sometimes.
Stabilo 80, or is that what it is? Stabilo or
Stadler. That's
Stabilo
what this one is.
point
too.
88.
Yeah, when I was in Amsterdam, I went to art stores and bought art supplies, and I was on a little tour of like coffee shops and restaurants and pastry shops, and I would go in a cafe and I would just be I was so creatively inspired, and this is where many artists lived there and created so many things, and it's just like you're in the vibe of the certain places. I feel like it brings out creativity where you just want to.
Places it's hard to do that.
That's true.
Even
That's
environments.
true. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little paper towel to clean up the brush. If you get too many colors on your brush, then it gets muddy and it gets brown, and that's not good. So you kind of have to give it a little time to dry before you add anything to it. A tip. So this is going to be mixed media, so I'm going to find another type of vegetable.
Oh, these are like gel highlighters. And then there's some like stuff in there.
So just use this one. I think I'll use some of these. I really like these. These watercolor pens are pretty cool. Now this little snail is going to be on a log or something, like on the ground. Something. Oh, the snail. Let me think. tortoise is just taking slow but steady, just keep on going, keep on going. I feel like the snail is like the turtle, and maybe I feel like I've been like this slow moving creature, but they say that it's
Slow
the
and
tortoise
steady.
still on slow and steady wins a race, and then the ones that, the rabbit just went boom and sped up and went so fast, but in the end, the slow ones, it's like in traffic, somebody, they're on your side and they're going really fast, and then you get a red light, and then you're all at the red light.
And you're on
Well,
the
you
same
went
red light.
60 to 30 and you're still at the red light together, so.
It's like, what did you accomplish?
Or, yeah.
It's not always necessary to move fast. Everyone's finish line is different. Everyone's goal is. They have at Belvedere Park. They have a big statue of that.
They
Of
do.
the tortoise and the hare.
Really?
Yeah, right next to like the Baltic Mill.
Huh.
Yeah, they have one.
You have a lot of art on the walls, or the murals.
The murals.
don't
It's
they?
it's technically the city of murals. Belvedere
Oh,
is.
okay, I knew that. I'm gonna have to go there one day and film the murals.
There's so many. And they're opening a Johnny Pancakes. That road right there has a bunch. All those little streets down on State Street, pretty much all of them do. Oh no, we lost our.
I gotta get, my face has to get how close to this? There. The face ID. Yes, we are still on the channel, just checking that I can see that we're still here.
Yeah, so on your channel.
Uplifting and elevating our consciousness and our spirits and raising our vibrations. Actually, I'm going to take a little walk through with the Tibetan bells just to cleanse the space. I feel like this video, the sound just seemed like it kind of went with this.
It's so relaxing.
Sound vibrations. There are a lot of cultures right now around the world, religions that are having holidays. The Baha'i, Jewish, Christian, all over the world. I feel like I just need to say a prayer for peace for Rockford, Illinois, for the victims of unspeakable acts.
That's so nice for him.
I don't know how to do this properly to get it to go. Do you know how to do that? I mean, it makes a sound in itself.
And then just take it around.
It seems like it kind of stops it. How do I do that?
Wait, that's done.
It's very light.
Sometimes though these smaller ones are just made for like the pitch.
I feel like we should have dyed Easter eggs. I don't have Easter egg dye. I have candle dye, and I have eggs from the farm. And I'm like, what am I gonna do with all
Do you
these
have any
eggs?
powder?
What kind of
Mica powder?
Yeah, I have mica powder. I have dyes for candles and soaps. Yeah, mica powders.
You can do
But I think the dye, the dye, like probably put a few drops in. What do you put it in vinegar or something? Didn't you used to put it in vinegar, white vinegar and water, and you soak? Like, remember those Easter things?
I don't know. I don't know what it Our family was never like a dye Easter egg.
Oh, we didn't do Easter eggs.
We didn't really do Easter eggs, so I'm not really sure. I think one time I did it with Kool-Aid and like water.
No way.
I'm pretty sure we did it with
There's definitely
Kool-Aid one
red
time.
dye in that stuff. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
The Kool-Aid man. Ooh, I love these.
They
Gel
feel really
highlighters.
nice.
Oh, these are awesome. Yeah, that's like, it's like a silky crayon. It kind of reminds me of makeup when you glance on. Very pretty. I like that one. Yeah, that's different instead of the bright fluorescent markers. The little
Yeah, they're
bit of
dusty.
dusty gel. I like it. Yeah, I have to say, I probably enjoy doing by hand old school art, but I've been learning the new digital with the pen, which I love that too, but it's just, it's taken a
Different.
while. It's different. I do prefer the old school way, but I see the benefits of the new technology and everything. It's great, but I've had to learn it, and I still like the old way, so. But you can incorporate the two. Like, I've taken things that were done by hand and had them, maybe touched up in a graphic way or whatever. But it's always a learning process. Yeah, I like these sparkles. They're so magical, the glitter.
The glitters.
Yeah. Sparkling with Italy. This is, I don't know, it's male. It's an androgynous creature. I don't know. Ask Siri the, the details. I don't know. I mean, it's not the cute one like the penguins or the little otters that hold hands and hug each other floating down the river. They're not that. But, people have snakes and lizards for pets, so who's to say what is adorable to you? tree, but now I think he's riding on a rainbow. So, oh, I see your fern, and I see the cap coming along. Well, if you get hungry again, there's another thing I can make. Pierogies. Have you had the pierogies? No, you had pierogies. Did I make them one time?
I feel like you did make them one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you boiled them first, and then
Oh, and then I pan fried them.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's how they taste better.
Yep, I remember.
Yeah.
do.
So, anyways, I got more. So I have sauerkraut and mushroom. Because we're talking about mushrooms. That's it, the mushrooms, which is called kapusta I grzybami in Polish.
Oh my god, it's so long.
I know, it's so, their words are so long and it's not easy.
So long.
Yeah. It's like a shamrock here with not the traditional, these are muted kind of pastel colors.
AKA dusty.
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 Dusty. Loose here. I like the texture. All my flowers that I planted from last Easter, I had these, they were hyacinth bulbs, and I had them and they bloomed, and then I planted them in the ground last year, and they've come up now. Like they're just starting to bloom right now, a year later at Easter. So it's pretty cool, isn't it? There's renewal and rebirth. I can't wait to get back to gardening. Grow some vegetables, flowers, of course.
What time of year do you start
Well, I think soon. I think after whenever the last frost, and I think we could have like maybe 1 or 2 more frosts. So it's not quite ready, but it's gonna be soon. And I have all these seeds too. I want to plant, like put them in the
Oh.
little cups and get them started.
Excuse me.
So, not all of the seeds come up, you know, but enough of them usually do.
Gonna
And
germinate
I
some of them and stuff.
yeah, I saved my my tomato seeds from my last place, and they're actually still growing over there. They keep coming back because there were so many of them. But I saved some of the seeds so that I can plant them and grow them here because they were really good. They were organic heirloom tomatoes, and I ordered them from someplace in Kansas. And I got all these vegetables, and the tomatoes are so sweet, so delicious. You could just eat them like M&Ms. You can eat them. They're so good. And then salad, like I grew lettuce, different types of lettuce. You can have your own fresh salad. I had onions going until probably November and those were, I bought at the store, and I planted them in the dirt, and it kept coming up and it was alive. I cut off a little bit of the onion and like use it when I'm cooking or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was just alive, and you know, I just
just
take a
kept
little off.
giving
It
and
kept
giving.
giving and giving, and you know, maybe it'll come up again. I don't know. But I'm definitely gonna plant more stuff. I'm hoping to get a deck put in this year, so that will be nice
Yeah,
to.
that will be-
Let's see, watercolor to gel. And I might come back to a little watercolor in between this all. See your little snail. Little guy.
Every time I try to make a moon, it always turns out weird.
Yeah. Well, it could be any kind of moon. This was the Ashley, shout out Ashley at Organic Reiki. Did you see her video on YouTube? There's a penumbral, she did a meditation on her channel.
No, I didn't see it.
I saw it on Facebook. She had a link to it. So that's the astrological things. I mean, there's obviously things going on in the universe, in the world right now, all over the world. And, people need to find ways to deal with that and process the stress of life or the traumas that happen. They can happen to anyone, anywhere, anytime, as we see. So people need to band together in peace and help each other and to prevent this mental illness epidemic that is.
People just need to really start looking out for each other. Everyone just wants to. It's a lot easier to not say anything. And I think that's where a lot of people, I feel like, are at, where they just don't want to speak up.
Yeah, but I think, people are what get people through things, and that's why there's so many problems too, because people are not getting the help and support they need. I really love these watercolors too. Just
Yeah.
the effect of well, we have the microphone and we can always do voice. We can always add that element.
Yeah, voiceover.
Or play music. Or in Kundalini meditation, a lot of mantras and sounds,
I would even want to do like chanting. There's a really, you can just do like the chakra chant.
But there's some energy when you do it, like
It
a few
builds
people
up.
do it, and then the vibration too of the.
Yeah, when I did the chakra workshop, so when I did my yoga training, we had to do a workshop. That was part of our curriculum. And, I did the chakra thing, and we did the chakra meditation, which is the lam, bam, and you keep going, but like the more you do it, you just like feel like
Vibration.
because when you say the certain symbols, like you feel it in your root chakra, you feel it every time you say. It just stimulates every single part. So we did it, I think, for like a good 7 minutes straight. And when you're doing it continuously like that,
you're in a rhythm of
yeah, it's just, we should do it one day.
Yeah, we should.
We should do it one day.
I know that the Kundalini, I mean, it was a 2-hour, some of it was intense, like the positions and holding them for, sometimes 11 minutes, 7 minutes, certain amounts of time. It was just kind of challenging when I was doing it, when I was going through, like, simple things were not easy to, raise my arms up for 7 minutes or something. It was kind of hard, but I had this whole reading done, tantric numerology chart, and I have this whole packet they gave me, and like there's different mantras I have in there, different meditations, different yoga positions and things. So I did want to actually go through them and do them, and we can do it together.
Yeah, we
Because
should do it one day.
I really went through and got this thing for basically the knowledge of it, because I knew I was going to get all this information and be able to use it and teach others too, because it's not so easy to find certain esoteric teachings. They're not widely available.
Sometimes you gotta dig for that stuff.
Yeah, so I just happened to meet a couple who that's all they do is their Kundalini yoga. They kind of like, I don't want to say pray, they're in meditation for maybe hours a day sometimes, and they set this whole program up and really intense. So some of my assignments, do the cat cow for 30, 60, 90 days. One of them was over a year. They wanted you to do a certain, like a mantra or a kriya, a position, a certain exercise or something. And I believe it, but I just haven't done it for for that long consistently. Okay, here we go. So I'll show my little art here with little snail and pink clouds.
And I am drawing mushrooms, moon, still doodling.
Yeah, this snail needs a friend. I'm gonna get an idea from the little dear friend, or a little, I think that's a hedgehog, right? A hedgehog and a little gnome. Maybe this will be one of his little friends. So what was that? Did you say you did a theater thing or something? Was it?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was like a long time ago. I want to say it was like in 3rd grade, and it was like during Dr. Seuss week, right? Is that like a thing?
I don't know.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure it was Dr. Seuss week. And we all had these little skits that we had to do. And I was in a group with like 2 other people or 3 other people. And we had to make props, like everything. And mind you, we're like 3rd, 4th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I was Cindy Lou Who because I wore my hair up. And I put it in a ponytail. I stuck a pencil in there and then put it up all the way. And we it was like a Horton, like here's a Who or something. I don't even remember, but we did this like 15-minute skit, but everyone had to do one. And I was like, they don't do that. They don't make you do that type of stuff anymore.
Well, I remember I had to try out for something, and I didn't want to. I mean, I was in chorus, but I didn't mind singing in a group, but I didn't want to go up by myself and do that. And they made everybody audition for, I don't know if it was Grease or something, but I did not want to do that. I did not. No way.
It's intimidating.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Yeah, it is. It really is. But, and then I didn't mind, like in dance, I didn't mind being with a group too. But I didn't want to be like the solo person out there.
Yeah, I was kind of the same way. I didn't mind being in a group because I was in choir. And yeah, I was in choir and
We did the Chipmunks.
a group of us would sing national anthems at games.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Like at baseball games?
No, like at the basketball games
the
and stuff
basketball
like that. At the basketball games, we would sing the national anthem, and it was like a group of us, and I would always hold the little, like the pitch thing, so we would blow, so we knew what pitch to be on, so I'd be like,
Aw.
just give it a little blow. And then we'd be like, and then we'd start
So
singing.
funny.
I'm sure I have it on video at my house somewhere, my dad, I think, pretty sure.
Yeah.
So, yep, that was us. National anthem. And then I also tried out for it was like the state competition for choir, which I don't even know. And all I remember is that I got sent home with a CD that I had to like memorize, and I didn't really know what I was getting myself into because I was like in the 6th grade, and it was. Do you remember Young Americans?
Vaguely. What is it?
It was like they would like recruit kids basically to like go around the tour and like sing at places.
Oh, okay. No.
It was basically like a traveling choir.
Oh, okay.
And it was kind of like part of that. So if like you got far in like that state competition, like more than likely you would get recruited by All Americans or whatever. I don't know,
Okay.
something like that.
You were an all-American.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't one of those. But I wanted to be. Oh no.
Okay, you have it in your mind. When I need a marker because I'm gonna do a different creature. It's been so windy lately. I had to take that swing off of it because it kept hitting the fence. The wind.
So it was just like slamming.
sail. It was slamming. I had to take it apart, and it's just been really windy. The Windy City. Oh, it's so windy out there. I think I'm almost done with mine. Let's see how long we've been on. For 45 minutes we've been doing art. So this I'm almost done with mine. Yeah, I find like cooking, I find these recipes and all day.
It took me 15 minutes to cut one item.
Yeah, like
Or
how,
chop up
how
one
the
item.
hell do people put
I know, I always look at that and I always double the time.
Yeah, it's like,
Because I'm like, okay, maybe that's someone that like,
yeah, this is not turning out
I
that
mean, I'm
way.
not saying that I don't cook often, but like, I just always feel like the recipes lie on the
They
side.
lie, yeah.
I'm like, this is a 30-minute
Yeah,
recipe.
and then
3 hours
yeah,
later,
3
I'm
hours
like,
later, yeah, like I literally stayed up till 3 a.m. making tapioca pudding from scratch, and like I did it on my short in less than a minute, but it seriously took me. I was gonna have a midnight snack, and it turned into past 3 in the morning because that's how long it took.
you're
To make
like,
it from
this
scratch.
20 minutes.
I see why people get the instant one, but I got the big tapioca.
I remember
ones.
because you had it soaking.
Yeah, and it was so good, but it took a long time to get it made.
But it was worth it.
Oh
Maybe
yeah,
like,
it was
tasted better.
really good. Yeah, it was. I'm gonna make some more because I have some organic whole milk and I don't like just drink it. I just use it for recipes and stuff. So it doesn't. I mean, regular milk goes bad faster than like almond milk or something.
Yeah. That is very true. This would be so fun to do it on what we were talking about earlier.
Oh yes, and you know when I did the little that it was in a mushroom goulash with truffle oil, that truffle oil I was telling you about. So I made actual something with mushrooms in it, and then fermented the mushrooms. But yeah, it was just like a small dose, like
When was the last time you did?
that was a couple of years ago. That was like the only time I really did. But I was in this study with Johns Hopkins because I was in the clubhouse room on somewhere in Haight Ashbury in San Francisco, and they had like a store or they did stuff over there with mushrooms. So I was talking to all these experts in it and just asking them about like, oh, what about for first time and what do you recommend and all that. So I got the advice, which I still have it somewhere, and I want to put it into like maybe like a little ebook guide or something of just like all the advice that everyone gave me. and then I was in this study, so all along it's John Hopkins Center for Psychedelic Research, and all along the way I filled questionnaires and gave them information, and it's part of their research study. So it helps people with anxiety, PTSD, depression, all sorts of things, mental health. So, and it's not an addictive pharmaceutical drug, but you know, it's under advisement. Actually, mine was at my own risk. I wasn't quite under any advisement, but I didn't do it alone. So, you know, I wouldn't recommend doing anything alone. Like you need somebody there to help, that you are safe in a safe space and have everything you need. And that's why, like I said, I really want to put this guide together. I just I have an ebook that I collaborated with. It's on my website on hyacinthmoon.com, but I've been trying to get it up on Amazon. Just a little snag in technology, but I'll get it up there. But
So much to learn.
there's so much to learn, but I do have a lot that I want to get out there in the world. It's just, you know, know, we're in a time of transition here. We are, you know, the world is changing, technology is changing, everything is moving really fast, and we're all just trying to learn and keep up and not fall off the planet. So, sounds like one of your parents is dead, and I'll probably wrap up on here being at 51 minutes. Okay, so this was just a little bit of what came to me tonight with my little snail and the Easter colors and the rainbows and the waters and the clouds with messages of peace to everyone.
We're still working over here.
Mushroom botanical.
Hope you're having a lovely evening and wish you